Good morning and welcome back to the Eagle Squawk podcast. My name is Wyatt Reed and I'm here with my fellow students, or classmates.
David Bartleson.
Markaylin Watson.
Amelia Williams.
And first, I would like to say that the Eagle Squawk would not be possible without the generous donation at Frontier Heating and Cooling here in Sidney, Montana. We would like to express our sincere thanks to Kendra Herbal, Wayne Reed, and Mike Donahue at Frontier. Also, a big thanks to Sydney Herald for letting us use the Around Town section of the newspaper. And finally, I hope you enjoy listening to us as we discuss topics of importance to ourselves and the community, and that all of these discussions and deliberations are our own and do not reflect the opinions nor policies of the Sidney Public Schools District or the Sidney High School Administration. Please feel free to contact Eagle Squawk at pspeaking299@gmail.com for any comments or suggestions for topics of future podcasts. And that will move us into our Around Town section for today.
Friday, January 7th, Her Inspiration and Glow Up 2022 will meet at the Meadowlark at 6:45 for Inspirational Insight. Attendees are asked to bring a donation of their choice, one magazine, a dress for success, or bring their daughters, mothers, or sisters, or any friends. All donations are going to their organization.
Sunday, January 9th, the First Lutheran Church of Savage is hosting its annual Lutefisk and Meatball Dinner from noon to 3:30 p.m. The cost is $20 for adults and $5 for children 12 and under.
On Monday, January 10th, the Sidney Moose Lodge will have cards at 3:30 p.m. for members and qualified guests. And then the lodge will also serve burgers from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. for members and qualified guests.
And lastly, Tuesday, January 11th, the COVID-19 vaccine walk-in clinic will be available from 12:30 to 3 p.m. at the Richland County Health Department. Vaccines available are Moderna, which is a 2-dose, Johnson & Johnson, a 1-dose, and then the Pfizer 2-dose for 12 and older. There's no appointment necessary, but bring your insurance card if you have health insurance.
And with that will take us into our first topic for today, which what we chose was iconic songs. Amelia, do you want to start us off with that?
Yeah, I'll start off. So basically, I think like my list of the most iconic songs are like definitely from the 80s. And I don't really know why, but they just have the best music. If there's like one decade I could go back to, 80s. Definitely the 80s. Like Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi, love it. Home Sweet Home, Motley Crue. Motley Crue is my personal favorite band. I love Motley Crue. Aerosmith, Dream On.
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man, that's not the
Elton John.
80s. Is that 80s? That's 70s, I think.
It's not, but it's a good song.
It's a good song. I love Rocket Man. And then Bohemian Rhapsody, which is like late 70s, early 80s kind of, I think. But I think Bohemian Rhapsody, when you just think about it, it's like, perfect. Especially with like the movie, it kind of brings it like more into light. I love Queen, so.
I've always liked 60s and 70s kind of music, like classic rock, you know. And I like Jimi Hendrix and all that. And Pink Floyd, King Crimson, that's another good one.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt. What about Baby Got Back by Mag Daddy? Come on, that's like the best one. For me, I gotta say, I think that's the best one. I remember being like
heavily uncomfortable.
5 or 6 with my mom jamming out to that song. It's a good one. Or Wonderwall.
I was just singing that, yeah.
Wonderwall's a great song.
What about You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer?
I like that one.
I think anything by MC Hammer, you know.
When I was little,
bring it.
that we did a tap routine to that.
Really?
Yes, we did.
That's a great
It's a great song.
It is. Or Billie Jean by Michael Jackson.
That's a really good song.
That is a good song. The way he could use his voice, he could use his voice was awesome.
You guys ever heard of the song We Are the World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we were listening to this a couple days ago. It has many iconic
Who's it by?
artists. Huh?
Who's it by?
It's by a bunch of different people. It's by like A bunch of people.
Can I
A
call
bunch of people singing it, like
Can I
Michael
call-
Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Billy Joel, Bob Dylan, Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Then those are just some. I didn't list all of them, but those are just
We were like watching it on the
TV.
on the board in the room, and Cyndi Lauper comes on, and Mark. I look at Mark and I go, Mark, who is that? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like,
How do you never seen the Goonies?
Oh,
like
you know, I've seen the Goonies. I just don't
Oh,
know
what's
their
that?
names.
What's that? What are those songs called?
Not their real
she
names.
sings,
Yeah.
girls just want to have fun.
Yep, that one.
Time after time.
Yep, that one's on Napoleon Dynamite.
She's like iconic. So the fact that I'm like, oh, who is that? I don't know. I'm like, okay.
Cyndi Lauper's awesome. Or, I Will Always Love You.
What about Never Gonna Give You Up?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. That's a great song. I love that song.
Toxic by Britney Spears.
Okay, now we're getting there. Britney Spears
That's
is
a
my
good
lady.
song. I love that song. Or like I think the one song that will forever remind me of summer is Island in the Sun. And it like leads back to, do you guys remember the movie Aquamarine? Or was that just like a me movie?
I don't think so.
It's got like that mermaid that lives in the water tower.
No.
You know-
Never heard of it.
Oh my goodness, that was like my favorite movie when I was little. I loved that movie so much, and that just like was one of the songs in the soundtrack. It was so good. I loved it.
That's a good one. Well, is there anything else you guys want to add to that one?
One of my friends told me to add the song "Who Ruled the World" by Beyonce. Do you not know that song?
I probably would if I listened to it.
Do you not know that
I'm
song?
gonna say it out
Actually?
loud, can't stand Beyonce.
What?
Amen,
Wow.
hallelujah.
You guys are just not.
I just can't do it. Old Beyonce love. This new can't do it. I don't
This
really
is
like
old
it.
Beyonce. Who ruled the world?
And I don't like
Girls.
it. It's so like repetitive and annoying.
All right, with that, we're going to segue into our next topic, which is travel. David, will you start us off with that?
Sure. Well, when it comes to travel, I always like to think about visiting other countries. Like, I think one of the countries on the top of my list, I'd say, is like, Norway or Sweden. Or like any of the Scandinavian countries, like towards where the water is, because they have like really nice sights there. Or if you go to any of the fjords they have there, like, oh, it's beautiful.
I would love that I could snowmobile in Cook City, Montana.
Can you
Great
do that in
snowmobile.
Mongolia?
Huh?
Can you do that in Mongolia?
I don't
I
know.
think because there's snow,
Probably.
you probably could, yeah.
Anywhere there's enough snow. I mean, the normal amount of snow we usually want. So when you go, you want to have a base, and your base is like the hard pack underneath the powder, and it covers up all the tree stumps and rocks that you could potentially run over. So usually you want a good 3-foot base, and then you want another 3 feet of powder on top. So you're riding in 6 feet of snow, which is awesome.
You know, I wouldn't mind going to Sweden. You know.
What about Disney World?
Disney World?
Oh, been there.
I never been to Disney World.
I've been to Disney World,
I've
and
never
it is
either.
awesome.
I went in 2nd grade and I brought my Iron Man mask because I was told Iron Man was going to be there.
Was he there?
No.
Dang it!
I've been to every other place, like Six Flags, SeaWorld.
SeaWorld? I've always wanted to go to SeaWorld.
I spent the night there once for a field trip. It was
What's the longest field trip?
Yeah.
Hold up. What school or what took you on a field trip to SeaWorld?
I'm not sure if it was middle school or elementary school.
A
but
school.
Yeah, a school took me there. And
Where-
Texas?
In Texas.
Yeah, that
Is there a
explains it.
SeaWorld in Texas?
In San Antonio. Is it? Yeah, in San Antonio.
How far of a drive was it?
Not that, like an hour.
Let me guess. It was a science field trip.
No, it was just
They're like kids.
Yeah?
Really? It was just to
They're
go?
It was
kinda
just to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
See, why can't we do something like that?
Because we
Take a
don't
field
live in
trip.
Texas.
And we're not cool enough.
I guess
it's
we're
not warm.
You know where else I would like to go?
What?
I want to go to Antarctica.
You
Oh.
like
I want to
this-
see
Why?
real
Oh.
life penguins.
Okay,
Cold.
that I can respect that, but I'm
And I
not
wanna-
dealing with the cold.
I've always wanted to sleep in an igloo for a night, just
No.
because it'd be cool.
Put
You
that on
guys-
your bucket list.
You guys all have like
It's on my
cold
bucket
places
list.
you want to go. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, bring the heat.
Oh, yeah, I get that. I'm from Texas.
Bring
I would
me
like
the
to go to
equator.
Greece.
Oh, Greece. Oh my gosh. On
I would
the
love to go to
top
Greece.
of my bucket list.
100%.
No, Hawaii wouldn't be that bad. You know, would it?
Hawaii?
Hawaii, you know?
Australia, so I could be like visit the Great
Ooh.
Barrier Reef.
I've always wanted to go on a cruise and go to like the Philippines or something like that. Go somewhere really cool. Yeah, that would be awesome. Is it just me, or is it weird to want to visit Cuba? I've always wanted to go to Cuba.
No.
I'm no comment.
The one thing I would like to see in Cuba is I've heard they have like, since they're kind of isolated and like stuck in the past, is they all have a lot of like vintage cars.
Yeah,
Which would be so
that
cool
would be
to
really
see.
cool, yeah.
All the cool vintage cars. I would love that.
So I was told to say this, but our cameraman, Stephen Dowell, he would like to visit North Korea for some odd reason. Yeah, he's shaking his head, yeah. But,
Cool.
I want to go
you
to.
need some help there, buddy.
I want to go to Italy.
Italy wouldn't be
So
a bad
bad.
place.
Italy, like my list is very long, but
Did you say you wanted to go somewhere else too, Steven?
No.
Oh,
All right.
I thought you wanted to go somewhere else.
No.
North Korea.
Just North Korea, I guess. That'd be cool though.
We're not gonna help you get back out. Anyway,
Hope we don't steal a poster.
Steal a poster. I don't get it.
get arrested.
Steal a poster? If you steal a poster, they'll arrest you?
it's
8 years to steal a poster?
yes.
This
buddy.
is news to me. So if I'm walking down the sidewalk in North Korea, hear me out, and I'm just,
You won't be walking down the
casual
sidewalk.
tourist,
North Korea.
and I'm having fun. I said North Korea. Oh, I mean North Korea.
Oh my god.
And I'm walking down the street in North Korea, right? And there is no South Korea, right?
There is a
There
south.
is a South Korea. Quiet.
There's a north. There's a south.
Keep all of this in here so he seems like such an idiot.
Okay, so get this right. If I'm walking down the street, North Korea, and I see a missing puppy poster, and it says, "Please take one," so
There-
I take it,
I don't think.
and then
There
I
won't
get
be-
arrested.
There won't be a missing puppy poster, buddy.
No.
I want to go to
Go ahead,
Alaska,
go ahead.
Mark.
Quiet. I want to go to. I want to go to England, so I can go look around and go to Buckingham Palace. And look at
Cool
public
story.
doc-
Topic that will end us is more electives we feel necessary within Sydney High School.
Or we would like.
We would like to have, because there's definitely not enough room to have them. But you know, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
For me personally, I think we should have more theater classes, like film production or like set design, those types of classes. Take a drama class instead of like a comm arts. They could take that class and turn it into like a drama, and you go back, you look at all the plays, the old plays, and I just think that'd be really cool. And do the playwright and all that. But yeah,
That'd be nice.
it would be really cool.
So back in my old school freshman year, I had I can't speak.
American.
I had an
Sign
American
Language.
Sign Language class. You know, I found it interesting, so I took it my freshman year, and I really enjoyed it. Like I learned a lot, but sadly I kind of forgot most of what I learned.
Oh, hell.
But honestly, I think it would just be an interesting class because you know I had a lot of deaf friends back in middle school, and I thought I was just gonna stay in Texas. So
Chill.
I think
Chill.
another class, you know, would be animation. More
Excuse me.
computer science classes, you know, probably that Mr. Bennett could teach.
Yeah.
Dave?
Photoshop class and stuff like that.
I think we have a Photoshop class. That's.
Yeah,
I think Penny.
actually.
Penny
Does she teach it?
I think
Yeah.
Mrs. Filler does. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
And then like Adobe probably.
Mhm.
Premiere, Illustrator, stuff like that. Then
I'm pretty sure she does. Mrs. Filler does do that. Yeah.
all of that.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And I didn't know about this. I would have took that class.
Look at you.
Wow.
Hey, it's almost end of semester. You could.
I could.
You could.
I could.
Amelia, what do you think we should have?
I wish we had like more rooms for like a bigger foreign language department. Like, instead of just having Spanish and French, I wish we had like a wider range of foreign language, like German. Like I have a whole list. Like Gaelic, which is like ancient or like traditional. Irish and Scottish.
That would be awesome.
German, Greek, both ancient and modern. Hindu, Italian, Latin because Mrs. Follower took Latin.
She did.
Mandarin, Norwegian, Swahili, Swedish, and Russian.
So next year in college, I get to take German.
That sounds so fun.
So I was actually really not upset I didn't do my 2 years of foreign language in high school because I get to take German next year and I'm really excited about it.
I'm learning Norwegian right now.
Norwegian?
Really?
That's awesome.
It's not a hard language to learn.
How do you say hello?
Hello? Like, hi.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
cool.
Say that again.
Hi.
Can you
Hi.
say like a random sentence?
Voor het er do?
Just
What is your name?
oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Fancy.
Mahakahavan.
I can't
She just offends them.
I'm sorry if I offended anyone.
We'll have to cut that.
I think our whole past segment probably just offended a whole country.
Can you believe that this makes it out? You know, I would like to see what Steven told me yesterday is, cameraman, speak up back there. You went to school in Williston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So,
Yeah.
Steven told me that in Williston they had an aviation elective you could take, and they had like real simulators, and I thought that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
That would be just.
I concur.
I could, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
David, what do you think we should have for more electives?
Oh, like mycology. Do you all know what that is?
No, we do not.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Mycology.
Mycology.
It's so you know like how we have horticulture and like all these ag classes.
Botany, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, mycology is like the study of like fungus growth, or like molds, certain types of mushrooms, like all that good stuff. I think that'd be an interesting class to have alongside, maybe even teach it in horticulture.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
What do you got, Amelia?
I have like 4 more.
Rattle them off.
Okay, interior design.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be so much fun because like when I get an apartment in the future, I'd like to know how I should decorate my house based on the space.
That's true.
Okay.
So good.
You
Because
said-
Pinterest doesn't do enough help for me. Sometimes I need more.
You could math it out, but that's just work.
I hate math. International relations. I think Mrs. Folliver was gonna try and teach that.
That'd be cool.
That'd be a lot of fun. Like I would take that as another
Yeah.
like, history. That'd be so much fun. Or we said that.
I said that.
More types of mythology, not just
Ooh.
like Greek mythology. Like get more into it. That'd be really fun.
Custom set design. I already said that.
What do you guys feel about like an EMT training type class?
You know, that'd be good. I think
I
every
think it'd
kid
be
should.
smart.
I think most kids should take it in health, and they should
Yeah.
learn how to
Yeah.
do CPR. And let alone if they want to, they can get CPR and first aid
Not
certified.
only do we have that, we have 2 teachers that are EMTs.
When I was a Boy Scout, long time ago,
Wait,
was
was
it?
it
No, it
Boy
was in
Scout?
middle school. I was about 6th or 7th grade, and I took my first aid class, and I got the badge and stuff for first aid, and I ended up going on, and I did get CPR and first aid certified for a while, and it was cool just to
And
have that.
I did research into it, and it would be like a full year class because EMT training takes about 6 months. But it'd be nice because you could stretch it out for that entire year.
Would that be open to all grades or just to seniors?
All grades. I think it'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be like a better way because if there ever is an emergency, like if there's a car accident on the road, you could be able to, before the ambulance does get there, you could be able to help
Yeah.
and know what you're doing and not just like sit there and panic.
Yeah, that's true. Well, is that a good stopping point for today, guys? Anything else we want to add?
Probably like web design, you know.
It's definitely laughed way too
More
hard at
computers.
those random things.
I just think, you know, the world today is more digital than anything, you know, and it's gonna continue to grow like that. So like more computer science classes, like web development, web design, what's it called? I forgot what's it called, but you know.
All right. So basically, more computer
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah, you guys get the gist of it.
So that's a good stopping point, guys. Anything else, David,
No.
Amelia, Mark?
No, sir.
And this week will be our last podcast we will put up. So have a good weekend. Come say pop back in next week. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.